Yo, episode 256, still celebrating the 5-year anniversary nobody cares about.
256.
Oh, we couldn't get one congrats. You know what I mean? Nobody want to give us the congrats for 5 years. That was a lot of tweets I put. Like, damn, dog. Like, nobody want to, hey, congrats, guys.
They're probably like, why are you guys still doing this?
We'll say that. Just say that.
That'd be kind of, yeah. Hey, DC, listen to response.
Hey, guys, 5 years.
Hey, guys, why are you doing this?
Caesar, can I just say this before we start?
Yeah.
I honestly think we have the longest Black soccer podcast in American history. Who else? Do you know? Because I remember you showed me some like soccer dude. So he was like a comedian too, or something like that.
Yeah.
And I think he stopped years ago.
Oh yeah, and he was only on like episode like 51 or something.
Yeah, like
so even if that, he's definitely only like a couple episodes. He's definitely not 5 years straight for real.
Like we literally, Caesar went to sleep at 4 a.m. We literally, I think we've done the most episodes ever of a Black soccer podcast in America.
I mean, I'm not doubting that.
I just want to know, does any, like, every time I tweet that, like there's no response. Like, are they hating or are they like just don't see it?
I think it's a mix of both.
Oh,
I think we're muted.
Actually, that'd be great. Although
I'm pretty sure we're muted on multiple accounts.
I know we're not, because we do get responses from the people sometimes when I tweeted about nobody watched the finalissimo or whatever. There was a response, but I'm like, well, damn, dog, 5 years, homie.
It's so funny when someone responds to you. It's almost like you do one of these, like, oh, all right, shit.
Here's okay. If I don't, these guys are not going to listen to this, so like whatever. But
relax.
I'm not gonna say nothing crazy.
Relax.
I don't really believe in like tweeting something and tagging a bunch of people in there, because I feel like that's kind of messed up. But that happens to us a lot. I don't know if you don't have Twitter on. We made a Twitter on yours. Do you?
No, I don't. Not on my new phone.
Okay. Yeah, like sometimes like one of these like tag us in a bunch of stuff. Like he'll tweet something and like tag us. So it's like you're forced to like or retweet. And like I don't want to do that.
You guys start doing that.
No, I can't do that.
Then we'll just be cool with 45 followers, 0 interaction.
We did get recently no, we don't get 0 interaction.
Download where? I download in Uzbekistan. What now?
Oh, you mean like the actual podcast? Oh no, we're kind of cracking actually. Those numbers are different than YouTube actually. But I will say that I did tweet at Sid Lowe about Iñaki Williams not getting called up, and Raul de Thomas did. And he's like, oh, that's easy. Raul de Thomas had 17 goals.
He did have 17 goals.
Okay, but I'm like, so you're trying to say that Raul de Thomas is better than Iñaki Williams now? Like you're trying to say that now? Like I really hate him. I'm like, can you talk about why Iñaki Williams doesn't get called up?
I agree that I think you should have prefaced the question better.
But Caesar, I'm
in agreement with you. I think that Iñaki should be called up, but I don't think the question should be how come Iñaki doesn't get called up over RDT. Like
Caesar,
RDT was like second in La Liga. Like
okay, but Caesar, I asked him about. So I was like Sarabia. Like, how come like all these people get called up? Like I was asking him before. Like, what's the little roundhead dude name? The dude from Celta Vigo, I think.
Sandro or whatever.
Iago Aspas.
Iago Aspas.
By the time Iago Aspas was washed, and like he's still getting called up, and Iñaki wasn't. And he's like, oh no, I'd call Iago Aspas up over Iñaki. I'm like, okay, well, you're a liar. Like, what this is my problem with the situation, and we're gonna get into what we're gonna talk about today in a second. But my problem is why you're a reporter and you have like contacts. Why don't you go effing ask somebody? Like, why don't you do some work and say, hey, Iñaki, does it bother you don't get called up? Hey, Luis Enrique, how come you don't call Iñaki Williams up? Hey, how come Iñaki Williams never get called up? How come you never want to do that one time? Is he too dark skinned to get called up? Does he have too much black pride? Like, what is it? Is he too Basque? What is it?
Yeah, maybe he's anti. Maybe he doesn't support the king.
I mean, I just want to know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he plays in Copa del Rey, so like he can't be that anti.
They won it not that long ago.
Yeah, he can't be that anti like monarchy.
Exactly.
What if he's like a real hardcore socialist Democrat and he's like, I just don't get down with this oligarchs.
Caesar, the tweet that the tweet where Sid Lowe responded, it got like 40 likes or something like that. Like, oh, Raul de Thomas, you're basing it on league goals. Ridiculous. Anyway, it just furthers the fact that we're the best, and we're the best. We're really the best.
We're like the longest slept on podcast in history.
Caesar, also, okay, before this too, let me just say this. I was watching ESPN. I'm sorry. It's okay. It's early.
Which just has one of the worst Twitter accounts. I don't know what's worse, ESPN FC's Twitter account or their actual like soccer page or their soccer show.
The show.
But the Twitter account's horrific too.
I was watching one of their little shows and like they were talking about Atleti and they were like, oh, like what does Atleti need? Whatever. And the guy's like, oh, they need like because like, oh, Herrera's leaving. I'm like, okay, this fool like doesn't even play. But they're like, oh, they need a physical midfielder, because Herrera's leaving. And I'm like,
wait.
It's all like
Herrera's leaving, but like, isn't Saul coming back from Chelsea? Like, I don't even.
Okay, but I'm also. He said they need a physical.
Why would you physical? They got Kondobia. I don't.
They need a physical midfield. I'm like, so you didn't watch Kondobia all season, or at least.
Their problem wasn't that. The problem was that they didn't have a physical midfielder.
They have probably like arguably like a top 5 physical midfielder. Like Kondobia against City, like
their midfielders are fine.
I'm like, you didn't watch the match against City? Like Kondobia was like thugging out the whole pitch.
Yeah. And
I'm like, this is a person that gets on TV. You can just say that.
They really get to say what they want, and they're probably like, well, no one speaking English watches this league, so this is what we want.
Anyway, Caesar, it's episode 256. 5 years into it. In 3 days, it'll be 5 years of the unshareable group chat. Also, current name unshareable. I don't know what it started as.
No,
it was Goblin Babies for a long time.
They used to have a picture of 21 Savage as an Englishman. That was good. That was a classic. That was a good day in history. I think I was on your couch when that went down.
No. It was the Super Bowl. I was at.
Yeah, you were at Tarek's house.
No, Tarek was at my house. We were watching with KDM. And then we started talking about it, laughing about so much she went upstairs.
That's a historic meme right there.
She was like, what are you guys talking about?
My man really got caught up by ICE agents. That's so insane to me. That's still one of the most insane things in American history.
Great day.
Like 21 Savage got caught up by ICE agents.
Then the next day, the next episode, we talked about it. We had our longest episode ever. We had Tark on there that time. But anyway, Caesar, today I want to talk about transfers and transfer rumors. Now, these are what? These aren't exactly all transfers. There's a lot of players that have gone into free agency, but
free agency is a new wave now.
Interesting. Honestly, I was like, damn, like I wonder if this has anything to do with teams losing money from COVID, but I don't know. But because you have some decent players that are in free agency right now, and also some rumors. So let's get into it, Dagon, because we got a limited amount of time. And Caesar's got the shell necklace on right now with the sleeveless too, with the goddamn.
It's not shell, by the way.
With the sleeveless that wasn't cut, that was actually bought.
Yes, I'm fancy. It's actually pearl, not shell.
I can see I can see the hem because this is like really like he really bought.
You
this.
got like 20 minutes, dog. Down.
You
Stupid.
got the new tattoos and like
There's no new tattoos.
you bought the sleeveless. Said I want that. I want that shirt.
Yeah,
with no
I went to PacSun and asked for the sleeveless ham shirts at the mall.
Exactly. Okay, Caesar, we got two Juve players, Chiellini and Dybala, free agents. They're talking about Chiellini might go to MLS, LAFC, and they're saying that Dybala might go to Inter.
Rough. Chiellini's like, I don't really I don't want to be mean, but like if you're like one of these overseas teams like MLS, why are you getting defenders?
Well, like, yeah, that's really trying.
We're here trying to sell tickets. I'm not gonna go buy a ticket to watch LAFC because Chiellini's running around back there. Lefty ass.
And all he's gonna do is get hurt.
Yeah, it's like it's gonna be weird. He's gonna be like, why does Chiellini want to play a game in Minnesota for?
On turf.
Why does he want to fly from LA to New York for a damn regular season match for 6 hours?
On turf.
On turf. Yeah, like I don't even imagine. He's gonna like, so I don't know what's up with that, but I mean, I'm sure he's getting a bag and a half, so he's like down. But with Dybala,
I just remember when what's his name from beIN Sports, I forgot his name now, said that he's the most talented player in Serie A like 4 years ago. And I'm like, this is like just the most ridiculous statement ever.
There was a point in time where I thought Dybala had talent, where that was like
he has
good.
talent. He has some talent.
But I mean, I think that was like 7 years ago or whatever. He's like 27 now, right? Or something like that.
He's getting up there.
Yeah, he's 27 or something like that. Like when he first came up, for sure. Like especially when he had that run at, was it Palermo or something like that? Or he started off at Palermo, right?
Yeah,
the pink. Yeah, it was like it was a lot coming. But I think the current Inter coach, what's his name? I mean, Juve coach.
He'll be turning 29.
What's Juve's coach's name? He's famous.
Allegri.
Yeah, Allegri said it best. Allegri was like, you know, he spent like too much time trying to be like Messi, and that. No, it's not you. I can see him seeing that. I can see him coming up the system, right? Argentina and left foot, and like not like kind of like a Camish. I could see that, and I'm like, dude, you're not that guy at all. Like, you're really not. If anything, he kind of reminds me like a little bit of like a bummy version of Griezmann, kind of like they kind of play the same. They're both like these like small left-footed, not fast strikers.
I'm glad you said bummy. Why you gotta be bummy for?
Okay, I don't know who's more bummy though.
Like they're both the same. They're really the same.
They're honestly, yeah, they're pretty equivalent. Like I feel like if they just switch teams, they get the same numbers. Yeah,
I feel like Griezmann is a bit quicker than Dybala, but like Dybala is probably stronger.
Yeah, but I think Dybala might be a little bit better on a ball than Griezmann.
Oh yeah, Griezmann admitted he can't dribble. Remember?
Yeah. So the Inter move, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like Inter's also getting Mkhitaryan. Like I don't know what's going on over there, but Serie A is a very strange league. It looks like you can just kind of go as if like an MLS player. You can just go at any time in your life, and you might still have like a good season. You just got to go out there and just participate or something, or try hard.
I'll say this much: like generally speaking, good players don't go like get into free agency. Like generally speaking, like
Mbappe did.
Well, no, he got extended.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess he was in there. He was in there
because he would have been a free transfer.
Yeah, for a few months he was in free agency, I guess. But that's because they were like showing him bigger guns every day.
But I think historically speaking, you were right. These last few years are weird, but historically speaking, you're absolutely correct. This is the most free transfer I've ever seen in my life that were not garbage players.
Yeah, when a player like if Dybala was so good, somebody would have tried to put up some decent money for him last season, at least like 50 million, and I think Juve would have taken it. But okay, look, continuing. We have the best player of all time, Edinson Cavani, is going to be a free agent. Is a free agent out of there at Man U, and he did score a brace last night against Mexico in a 3-0 victory for Uruguay. He had 2 goals, no penalties in those, and also the first goal was a header that he hit, and the goalie like barely saved it, and then Vecino, who I had no idea still plays, tapped it in. So basically, that's an assist. So he basically had 2 goals and an assist, He's still
You,
he's
you don't get to make up stats, but man, my man is boosting his stats.
oh yeah.
Where's he gonna play at Galatasaray?
They're saying La Liga is looking somewhere in La
It'd be
Liga.
cool. He should do a partnership with that Rayo Vallecano with Falcao. That should go do a two-headed monster.
That'd be a really dope. I like.
I want to see Cavani go somewhere just like random, but like a like a European contender.
I want to see him.
Let's see some Villarreal action, dog. Go to Villarreal. I want to see him yell. That'd be kind of fresh.
I don't really care where he plays as long as I can watch him play.
That was his former coach.
Unai, yeah. I don't know if they got along though. I think Unai started getting mad. Remember when Cavani was wearing them Bass cats? Unai was probably like, "Hey, dog."
I think Unai was just simping for Zlatan, so it wasn't really a thing like that.
Unai was like, "Hey, dog, what's up with that hat, bro?"
He was just on his Zlatan simp mode, so I think like Cavani didn't matter at the time.
But I don't know. Maybe they did get along. I'm not sure. But I'd be happy to see him go somewhere where I can watch him play.
Yes,
also,
ESPN.
Also, another player who's is a free agent who I would love to see play again is Isco. One of our dogs.
Before thank you, Isco. Thank you for making soccer so fun and real. You've been the last 5 years we've been watching the sport. Like, man, it's been a blast. Dog. I was watching Real Madrid posted his highlight reel, and I was like, "Oh, look at Isco running up that left side." Oh,
Caesar. Honestly, I watched a highlight package of Isco from this season, and I was like, "Damn!" He was still like when he was out there, he was still doing it, dog. Yeah. Like even from this season, I was like, "Damn!" I mean,
Zidane literally got the best out of Isco. It was so nice to see that. Like he had Isco sometimes playing left wing. He was kind of getting it cracking out there too.
I'll never forget that match against Italy when he was playing that false nine and he was
getting it too.
He made Verratti look like a child. Like he was out there killing everybody. And he scored a free kick, I think. Isco's still a baller too. Honestly, I just want to see him play. Me too. I can understand why he didn't play as much because like positionally he's a little bit quirky.
And that team is like stacked positionally there. Like
it is.
Isco coming in that formation just is kind of weird. It's not really like contributing much. It's respectfully to Isco.
I would imagine like basically his position is like more like Modric, but Modric has so much energy and speed. It's hard to take Modric off for Isco. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think the previous Real team had more of a forward going midfield. Like Real like to run like they used to have like Ozil, and they had Isco. They had like that 4-3-3 where like they kind of had a midfielder sitting up top with the guys up there. But I think like over the years, they transitioned to letting the center forward kind of go deeper and letting the wings go up. And that makes your midfield back up. So you could have like Kroos and Casemiro and Modric up who sit deep, and Modric is all over the place, and the midfielders have like this, they're in sync. So they could just kind of rotate all around all the place. And that doesn't really fit well for Isco. Like I feel it makes you kind of ask a lot out of him.
Yeah, although I think he could do it, but it's just like, yeah, like is he better than Modric? No. Like, do you want to necessarily bring him off for Kroos? No. And Casemiro? No, obviously not. But hopefully he goes somewhere where I can watch him play. That's what I would love to do. Because Isco's one of my favorite players. Anybody hearing this, if you want to see some amazing football, go watch Isco highlights. And even the ones from this season where he barely played, still thugging. Also another midfielder, World Cup winner, Tolisso, free agent. Kind of crazy.
I watched him play a couple times at Bayern. I was like,
he doesn't stand out.
He's a little regular.
He's dead regular.
But don't ask me. I'm a stickler when it comes to midfielders. Like, you gotta watch a midfielder. Like I expect a lot from a midfielder, and if I just see like a good skill set, I'm like, that's serviceable, that's cool. Like you can do your thing, but like I've seen where Tolisso lacks a lot, and it's like, all right, well, maybe you could go to like Premier League, or he can go to like Everton, somebody that get it cracking.
For me, with the midfielder, it's like you gotta come to me. Like if you're good, I'll notice you. But if you're just like the back pass king, then it's like I'm not really.
Yeah, like he's a certified workhorse, and that's good. Like he works and does this thing, but he doesn't have like a skill set that makes you go, damn. Like
no, not at all. Marcelo, free agent.
Marcelo said that he's not going to go to Brazil.
Hell no.
I don't doubt him. I mean, his man's living life. I think if Marcelo, I'm saying this so respectfully right now. This is gonna be the most. I literally, I'm not kidding you. Like when I watch Marcelo stuff, I smile. Like I love him.
Okay.
I'm saying this out of love. Like if he just trims down a little bit and then go somewhere, just trim down a little bit, dog. I think you can still get it cracking somewhere. England or whatever the hell, you can get it cracking a little bit. I don't care. Like just trim down. Italy, go to Italy, dog. That'd be cool. Trim down a little bit. You could play left back. You're chilling for sure.
He can definitely play in Italy. I'll tell you one place he cannot play: France.
No, don't go to France, dog. Don't do that. Max Gradel might come back at 34 and smoke you. Like, you did your bestie, dude. Don't do that, dog.
You're gonna go to France. There's gonna be some.
Don't go to France, dog.
There's gonna be some random.
I'm even considering if you leave Spain a little bit. I'm thinking about if you should leave Spain, maybe. Even England, I'm like, oh, they be signing some random Nigerian right wingers, and they got a Speedy out there, dog.
You're gonna go to France, and there's gonna be like the 15th person with the last name Dembele.
The best thing to do with Marcelo that nobody wants to do that I've been saying for 6 years: pick him up, have him play like a midfield where we'll have a good time, dog. Let him have a good time in midfield. Have a good time.
He should go to
Italy. Play midfield, dog. Let him play a little bit out there.
He should go to Italy, honestly. I could see that for him.
When Marcelo advances, he looks so comfortable and like he has enough like technical skill to make space in midfield. But defensively, when you have technical skill, but like you're lacking the speed defensively, that's a little dangerous. I can get you some hot water. Midfield, it's like it's all good. There's a back line to protect you if you mess up. But like in the back line, you're like, whoa, dog.
Pogba. Free agent.
We're going back to Juve, so whack ass.
Yeah, apparently they're saying that.
I just want to say that Pogba, I told you. It should have came, dog. Years ago, said he should have went to Real Madrid. That was his window. He had his little window to go to Real Madrid, and it would have been perfect. It was a perfect time. Back then I was willing to get rid of Cruz. I'm like, please take Cruz right now. Both teams would have had a great exchange. It would have been like this. Man, you would have been super happy with Cruz. Pogba would have been super happy. Real would have been fine. But once like you have so much these weird pressures and things go wrong, like you could just tell like he looks so disinterested. He looks like a shell of himself. And like I know the talent he has. And I'm like, I can't expect someone like, unless you're like Ronaldo, who's like a monster, like you just can't keep up like this kind of like work rate. And then because like look, when he played for Man U, he looks horrible. Then he goes to France and he looks sensational, wins a World Cup. It's like that's just because you're like comfortable, like you're happy. Like
and also I'll say this, like when he was in France, he's playing with amazing players at Man U.
But there was like he had extra like a different level of energy. Like at Man U, it's like I don't want to. Why would I make this wrong? We're gonna get killed anyways.
Well, also, okay, this is what I think, honestly, and I've had love for Paul Pogba. You know what I mean? He married a Bolivian. I think he's washed. I watched him play with Man U a lot this season, and like I've said on Twitter, his defensive awareness is really poor, and he just doesn't have any quickness anymore. Like when he gets the ball at his feet, he can pick out passes really well. He's a great switch of play with both feet.
Yeah.
He's got a decent shot on him still, obviously. But when it comes to like I would always look at Man U as like, why is it so easy for teams to advance through their midfield? And I would look at Pogba and it was just like things could be happening and he just like is unaware. And
he was always just kind of rotating, like running around rotating.
He just doesn't have that quickness anymore. And like he never was super quick or fast, but like I kind of think he's washed, honestly. I think it's over. But you could probably translate that into Italy and be okay because it's Serie A, like, you know what I mean? Also, one of your favorite players, Gareth Bale, free agent.
Oh, cool, man. Hope he goes to Swansea.
Gareth Bale's the ultimate wash machine.
He should, if he doesn't go to a Welsh team, I'm gonna say he's kind of sold out.
Jesse Lingard, free agent. Holly's favorite player.
Man,
I think he's going to turn up next season. He'll go to like.
He was pretty good at
West Ham.
He was getting cracking.
Yeah, I think he's going to turn up next season.
He should go to Newcastle. That'd be cool.
That'd be cool, actually.
That'd be good for him. He should go to Newcastle. Turn up. Newcastle has like that turned up energy. Go over there.
One of our favorite players of all time, Alexander Lacazette, free agent.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. And it was like, it was really cute. I was like, I'm actually kind of happy to see him go to OL. That's a
Yeah, this
club
ain't gonna
legend right
happen.
there. Wish he grows hair back.
I think
Yeah,
it's over for that.
I know, but it makes me uncomfortable still. But it just looks so different. But yeah, it just makes him look 40 years older than he is, to be honest.
Still a
But
baller.
I love Lacazette. I love watching him. I even like watching kind of the player he kind of turned into a little bit. Like, he's really talented because he's been able to adapt his game to like how he used to be to more he is now. And he's still like such a solid striker. And I think he's going to be a good addition to bring back to a good veteran. Went through a lot of experience too. So yeah, that'll be good to come back.
It's unfortunate that Arsenal wouldn't keep the good midfielders.
And they waste like 2 years not playing him or starting him. Remember in the beginning, I was like, what are we doing here? Like, this man came off like a 30-goal year at Lyon.
Another player who I thought it was really wacky would never get called up, Lacazette. I'm like, damn, dude, like, is Giroud really that serious? Like, Lacazette's really a baller, but whatever.
Yeah.
Um, Also, I think it's official. Rudiger is a Real Madrid player, free.
That's a fantastic pickup. I think this is one of those like pickups you're like, damn, that's a really good one. Because that like this is just I think that's a pickup to me that's not just picking people up because it's a name on the market. That's like real scouting right there. Like Real Madrid already had a sensational back line. They got them 2 chips this year, like two championships that no one's gonna talk about. They're already talking about Argentina. It's already over. Like Real
Nobody
Madrid
cares.
storyline's over. The Finalissimo friendly match has gotten more coverage than Real Madrid ever did. ESPN FC is dropping 15 tweets about Messi all day, talking about this is what football lives for. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what do you mean for friendlies? And quoting Neymar beef. I'm like, what are we doing here? This is too much for me. I almost forgot Real won, and we just moved on so quick.
Well, me too. Well, me too.
And every time Real wins, I'm like, damn, we won though. So there's no love tour, it's just Real Madrid defending themselves against Messi's comments. That's what we're doing now. But it's weird. I think that signing is fantastic. It gives them so many options. They're going to be playing reportedly 70 games next season.
Who
and
is?
Real Madrid, they have 70 games because of Club World Cup now, garbage too. So 70 games. Now you have so much rotations to do in your back line. Hopefully Jesus Vallejos has a healthy season again, a good backup. They have a lot of people to rotate in there. And with Alaba, I don't know what they're going to do left back situation, but I think it's cool. And Odriozola's coming back too, which is cool also for Real Madrid.
I mean, Real Madrid has the deepest back line ever. You have Mendy, Nacho,
Carvajal.
Mendy, Nacho, Carvajal, Lucas Vasquez, Alaba, Rudiger, Militao.
And yet 4 of them will find a way to get injured.
I mean, over the season, there's going to be injuries.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like,
and I think they're going to bring in it. Like, I don't know about Odriozola. Like, they'll probably end up letting him go, but they'll probably end up bringing in an. I don't know. I don't know if they'll end up bringing in the right back because I feel like
they did bring it right back in. They have that kid from Shakhtar. He's like a 19-year-old Brazilian.
Oh, okay. He didn't get loaned out.
He's in.
Also,
No, he's loaned in. You can't loan. You can't.
Oh, they loaned him in.
Yeah, for 2 years. Yeah, from Ukraine.
Because he was he was escaping bombs. What's the name? And Perisic to Tottenham for some fee. I didn't look at it.
Certified baller forever.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Perisic is gonna be one of the dudes playing in that UN charity match. Is still going in.
Yeah, he's gonna hate playing at Tottenham though.
He is. He's gonna miss those snake jerseys at Inter.
Okay, let's get into some rumors really fast. A few. Let me cross that one out. Yuri Tillemans to Arsenal might happen.
It's a good signing. Yuri Tillemans a baller. Good center mid. Doesn't really have a weakness. Good player.
Yeah, I haven't watched him play very much recently. Because
I was like, I'm not gonna really watch Leicester games.
Yeah. But if Arteta's there, he'll find a way to mess it up. They're talking about Asensio to Man U.
Please, if you guys want him, go ahead, dog.
I wouldn't be mad at it because I mean, obviously Mason Greenwood ain't going to be there.
They might like him over there, dog. Go ahead.
He's an EPL. He's got an EPL skill set.
Yeah, I'm down. Can we maximize off this? Please go ahead, Asensio, dog. Go ahead.
Yeah, and also Rodrigo could end up being a starter,
which I want to see this season. I want to see Rodrigo get those the time that Vinny has gotten. Like,
yeah, me too.
He's earned his keep. I mean, I almost felt bad he came in at 88 minutes in this final, but I get it. We're doing rotations, but yeah, he earned his keep. Let the man start, please.
Caesar, I'm gonna say this right now.
Let him just work, dog. Let him work out there.
Caesar, I'm gonna say this right now. I think if Rodrigo comes into next season as a starter, I can see him getting the same numbers Vinny got this season.
I think so too. I think he needs to be out there, like going, like whether it's. I don't care if he doesn't score 9 games, you got to have him out there, dog. Just have him working because he needs to have that same development as Vinny does. And I think it'll be good for him. And you've seen what he can do as a super sub. You don't have to make that his mission. I think I think it's good to make that partnership happen now. Like, go ahead. Show the world that you don't need Mbappe, whatever you have, the guys that you got 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Let's see it up top.
Seriously. There's also talking about De Jong to Man U. McFrinky.
That's a crazy thing because Dion was super adamant about not going. I almost kind of feel bad. It makes me feel uncomfortable when you hear players say I don't want to do it, but money talking louder.
Barca need that dough.
He's so talented. I feel so bad if he goes to Man U. Like he should be like he reminds me more of a Man City player, to be honest. He looks more like a Man City midfielder to me. Like I could see him replace like a De Bruyne or something like that. Like he's crazy talented, and it's a shame to see that in that ugly red Adidas shirt. So
definitely a true box to box, and also really good attacking as well.
And also a thing not every silky player.
Yeah, very good.
He's silky with the ball.
As bad as Man U's been all these years, like he could be the beginning of like it rebuilding for real. Get Pogba out of there and get somebody like Frankie De Jong, maybe a couple other midfielders might be in there solid. I guess they're also trying to get Eric Bailly and Axel Antoine Zebe out of Man U.
Axel's a good player. I like that. I've seen him play before. He's a good player.
They're also talking about Gnabry.
They're going to be free transfers if they're out too. That's some solid pickups right there for someone picks up on those players.
They're talking about Gnabry to Liverpool because Mane and or Salah might leave.
Mane's leaving. That's really good for Liverpool. So, Surge the weekend, Gnabry. That's a good pickup. The weekend's a good pickup.
You could let Mane leave all day for Gnabry.
That's like a prototypical perfect winger for Bam right there. 2-footed, play any side of the field, doesn't really have a weakness, and has a solid foot. So baller. Disgusting he went to Bayern. I was so mad he went to Bayern. Like, what a waste.
Very much so.
Yeah.
They're talking about Raheem Sterling wants to leave Man City also.
Yeah. I hope he gets to.
Yeah, he didn't really look like.
And he's playing off the bench too. That sucks.
Yeah, and it was really whack because I feel like Pep is like almost forcing him out. Like I remember watching stuff early in the season, and they're trying to act like he wasn't really that good anymore. And I'm like, what? Like they're like, oh, they got Grealish now. I'm like, you're not going to compare Raheem Sterling and Grealish, dude.
I'm scared he's going to go to Tottenham because Tottenham is selling Steven dude or whatever. Steven
Bergwijn.
Steven Thuggin with Nick Yats back to Netherlands. And I'm like, oh no, they might be freeing up some space. But I mean, him and Son would be kind of cool to play together. But still, like that's just a rough team that they don't know how to make things work together for real.
I do not want to.
I want him to see. He said he wanted to go to Spain. I want to see in Spain. That'd be fun.
Like I don't really want him. I don't necessarily want him to go to Real Madrid.
And like my heart tells my mind, if I'm Barcelona, I'd be like, I would have rather got him than Fernan Torres all day. Sterling's phenomenal.
No, he's literally one of like as a pure winger,
he's
like one
an
of the best
impact player. Impact.
For sure. Like no question. Unselfish, like dude, amazing. I don't know where he'd go. I feel like he's gonna stay this season too.
Yeah.
It's not like Man City needs money.
He's expensive too. He's an expensive player.
Yeah, that's going to be a big transfer fee. I don't think Barcelona can afford that apparently, but I guess Real Madrid could afford it, but I don't know if they really want to do that.
If Barcelona's poor, how are they going to get Lewa and Rafinha? Rafinha's like 90 million.
Lewandowski is a free transfer, I think.
Okay, no, he's still in contract for the rest of the year.
Oh, okay.
He's on contract until 2023.
Oh, okay.
Rafinha's like 3 years left on a Leeds deal. I don't know. I thought they're broke. I don't get what's going on here.
And they're going to be letting Dembele go for free.
So strange. Where's it Belly gonna go?
They're saying PSG.
Oh, I'm down. Go ahead, Doug.
But Neymar's gonna have to leave. Did you see that story about the PSG 14 or whatever? Like the 14 players Mbappe wants to leave.
No, I would love
Mbappe,
to hear
like one of the newspapers in Spain reported on it, and then Mbappe tweeted that it's fake. But like it was
I wanted to say Neymar 5 times at the top though. That'd be great.
Neymar was on there, but he wasn't on there.
Of course.
But Mbappe tweeted that it's fake or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm like, there's no way 14 players are leaving PSG. That's never gonna happen.
But Mbappe would be the kind of dude to make a spreadsheet on who he wants out.
100%. Like honestly,
if it was WhatsApp screenshots, I'd be like, that might be fake.
Honestly, I think it's
real.
A
spreadsheet. I'm like, dog, you probably did that. You're kind of corny, dog.
Honestly, I think it's real. But
you've never got a fade haircut. I think you've done that.
Oh, he never got a taper.
You never got a taper. I'm pretty sure you do spreadsheets on Excel. Who you want?
This dude literally just got a 1.5 his whole life. Dog.
He'd be on Microsoft Office on his phone. I'm like, dog,
he just does this. Like he just does it himself.
You're the kind of dude downloads Microsoft Office on your phone. I know you, dog.
You just do it back.
He only shaves number 2 every time like this.
Yeah, he goes up and then back, and then he's like done.
Like I know when he dyed his hair bleached in the locker room, they're like, "What the? Whoa, you're a midlife crisis."
You're like, you're not African, dog. Stop.
You look kind of weird, bro. What are you doing, dude?
Anyway, episode 256. What?
That's it. All right.
Well, yeah, because it's only got a minute left. You want to keep going? What do you want to talk about?
No, I'm good.
You want to talk about them pearls?
Yes, girl.
Anyway, shout out to everybody that's been listening. Whoever's in Taiwan, you're still listening. Appreciate it. Somebody in India. But yeah, holler. We made a podcast 5 years. Yeah.